Hello, 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 and welcome to the Better Man Show. Hi, I'm BK, and this is just an aspiration. Doesn't mean that I am a better man now. It's an aspiration. And this is, if we are friends, obviously, you know I'm BK, but if we are not friends, don't be shy. Feel free to follow me on Facebook. And don't be a stranger. I'll be happy to add you as a friend. And also at the same time, I'm currently live streaming on several platforms. YouTube and Facebook are just two of them. And there's some other platforms which I'm testing out. If you happen to be seeing me on whatever platform, feel free to drop a comment and let us know what platform you are watching us on, right? So one last thing that is kind of like a show routine is this thing here. So day number 34 of a 100-day challenge. So exactly 34 days ago, I started this 100-day live stream challenge for myself. And some of my friends have honestly told me, you are crazy to even think of doing this. But it has been 34 days. It has been 34 days, and it's been 34 days of growing and learning and evolution of this live stream. And I have honestly benefited so much from this, or from just doing this. From something simple as like having no titles. We started with no titles to having one called so the evolution was from no titles to calling it 10 p.m. with BK, because that was when we go live every day. And then to this, because some friends have given feedback, very constructive feedback, and I welcome it, to say that, hey, you should have a stronger thematic focus, even though you said that it's just a challenge, right? But it's good to have it. So this came about because some of the things I shared. So yes, there's some tech components to this daily live streams. Some episodes I talk about the technology between the platforms, microphones, cameras, and the platform like what you're seeing here. We have tested several platforms, and I'm not done with them. I've just found a recent one just today. I might test it out as well, and hopefully that kind of episodes gives you some help, because a lot of people are transitioning to live streaming, right? So by doing that, I hope that can be of value to you. But then there are a lot of other episodes which I kind of talk about things that I am going through and learning as a part of personal development. And doing these live streams have actually helped me to grow as a person and to become a better man, right? So hopefully some of these sharings can help you as well. In fact, today's live stream title is Letting Go and Growing. It sounds like an oxymoron, right? It sounds contradictory terms. Letting go and growing is because on Sundays, I typically have two other meetings before this 10 p.m. live stream. And this is an area of growth. I have a personal mentor myself, and as a coach, and he guides me in certain areas of my business growth as well as personal growth, right? And lately, one of the things that we have been working on is learning how to let go for myself, learning how to let go. And I'm happy to report that, okay, so normally what happens is I'm quite particular about being on time because I kind of feel that being on time is respecting the other person. So it's sometimes borderline legalistic about it, which may not be good, right? So usually what happens is that if I have a prior appointment and it is reaching into this time slot, I feel very uncomfortable. That's me. I feel super uncomfortable. But lately, learning and growing through this phase of learning to let go and then grow, I'm happy to say that today I felt, I'm sorry for being late, right? But live streams are like this. And in fact, some of you are watching this live, some of you are probably watching a replay, which is fine, right? But I'm happy to report that I didn't feel that sense of uncomfortableness just now, even though I knew that the previous meeting was overrunning and then it's going to cause me to be slightly late for this live stream. So I think that's a sign of growth for me and learning how to let go. Now, there are other things that I'm learning in my business life as well as my personal life that I have to learn to let go as well. And one of the things that my mentor and coach is telling me is that I need to let go of my expectations of people and how they should perform. So lately, I have learned 3 words, which is very important, and just to share with you, which is agency of choice. That means everyone has an agency of choice, and everyone has an agency of choice to decide their own timeline, their own efforts, their own dreams and aspirations. And as much as you want something for them, right? I mean, it is of course good intention. You want them to be better, you want them to grow, you want them to hit better goals. But it used to be like I would be bothered by it. But again, this process now of what I'm going through with my coach is that I'm learning to let go. So I can accept them at the level that they are at. And of course, I will still do my part to encourage them to be the best that they can be, right? And I've, of course, set a bar higher for them, and it's a challenge, right? But I now know that, hey, it's them, it's for them. It's their agency of choice. So I respect their agency of choice, and I take them at the level that they come in at. You know, if you're ready, good. If you're ready to run, I'm ready to run with you. If you're ready to fly, I'm ready to fly with you. But if you're just going to walk, I'm also happy to walk by you. That has been, I think, it's been a major change for me. So I'm not sure about you. I don't know whether does what I'm saying resonate with you, because today I kind of came to a realization that over the past few years, I have grown personally because of having mentors and coaches and learning and so on. I've grown. In fact, the other day, one of my friends, a good friend of mine, gave me feedback. Said, "Hey, BK, over the past 3 years, I noticed you have become a much kinder and more patient person." So I thank her for her feedback, because it shows that I have grown. And if, human beings, if we don't grow, then we are kind of going backwards, right? And over the past 3 years, I think I've also grown in other areas as well, right? And of course, the whole idea here is to become a better man, to become a better version of myself. So even this live stream challenge is an effort towards that. And today I was just telling some friends that, hey, if there's a little voice, because some of them came to me and said, hey, we have been quite interested by what you are doing. And in fact, we feel like doing it. So I just strongly tell every one of you now, all of you who are listening to this, the same message I told them, which is, if there is even a small little tiny inkling of an emotion inside you that tells you that, hey, maybe I should try something like this, I would strongly urge you to listen to that little voice and start doing it. And you will be surprised at the level of impact you can have on the world by sharing what you have, your expertise, your knowledge, your experience, your stories, and you can help to change. It might start with the people closest to you, but I can guarantee you will start to ripple outwards. So some of my friends have said, yeah, then please start one, and of course, choose your own media, choose your own medium. It doesn't have to be a video live stream. It can be any format, right? Blogs are popular. If you prefer writing, start a blog. Words are powerful stuff, right? So start a blog to pen down your thoughts. The other thing is, of course, and we kind of talked about this just now as well. The idea is that for us guys, it's not we don't do makeup and so on, but I can truly understand, especially for ladies, right? And if you feel that before you can turn on the camera, you want to make sure you're presentable and properly made up, and making up can take time. And I totally respect that. Why? Because I remember hearing an interview by Michael Jordan before. Michael Jordan, if you notice, Michael Jordan, outside of court time, that means on the court, on the basketball court, where he's in his basketball sports gear, right? Every other time, he's typically in a suit. And he did an interview once and he said this, and he said that I always try to be my best, to present my best possible self to my fans, because that might be the only time they get to see me or talk to me. And I want to present that best side of me to him, to the person. I felt that was an amazing, amazing attitude to have. So I totally get it when my lady friends, some of my friends who are, ladies, and then they say, now, please, because it's better man. I know some of you are ladies and it's just better person. I think of it that way, okay? They want that. They want to make sure that they are properly made up. So, like, for example, if they do a 10 p.m. show and then you're going to do makeup at 10 p.m., and then you got to remove the big makeup. You got to take care of your skin, right? You got to make sure that you remove the makeup before you go to sleep. So I can understand that might be a challenge. So if you are in that kind of scenario, then what you can do is do a podcast. Do an audio podcast without video, right? Ladies, normally you have a very nice sounding, soothing voice. That can be what I'm saying is that if you have an inkling, a little still small voice inside you that says that, hey, maybe you should do something like this, then go for it and choose your medium. Whether is it writing or a podcast or a video live stream like this, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, right? But just do it. And then watch how it can positively impact the world. There is a saying that goes something like, when good men do nothing, right? When good men do nothing. Now, or when good people do nothing. Basically, the idea is that sometimes bad things happen to the world, not because of bad people doing bad things, right? Or evil happens in the world because of evil people doing bad things. It's because when a good man or good people don't do the things they should do. So I take it to understand that it's like you, all of you. You definitely have something of value that you can share with the world. And if by any chance you have a small inkling of a slight intention saying, yeah, maybe I should do it, but it's speaking to you in a very small voice, still do it, okay? And if I can inspire even one other person to do it, I think I would have done well, because you would have then started a process of impacting the people around you in your environment. Okay? So that's just what I wanted to talk about tonight. And that's what I wanted to share. Partly what I've been going through, learning to let go so that I can grow, and happy to report that, yes, I have learned to let go. They always say that leaders are control freaks, entrepreneurs are control freaks, which is true in a large extent. We are all a bit OCD. That's probably why we kind of like to do our own business, run our own companies, because we like to do things in our way, right? But sometimes to grow as a person or as a leader, we need to learn this lesson of learning to let go and learning to respect the agency of choice of others, right? So that's something that I have been going through. So on a slightly lighter note, tomorrow I might show you some of the pictures I've been taking, because and I had this conversation with a friend today as well. I said that, because the other day I talked about the 3 treasures that we can leave behind to our next generation. Would be 1 would be pictures, 2 would be the books that we own, and 3 would be our journals, right? So the easiest one obviously is pictures, and today I went out with some friends for lunch just to hang out and gather. Small group, right? The table was like huge table because we needed to space us apart, right? But we took a lot of pictures because I listened to this advice, and I'm glad I did because some of the pictures turned out pretty well and happy about it. So maybe tomorrow I'll share with some of you the pictures that we took, because just now due to the prior meeting, I didn't have time to upload them so that I can display on the screen now. So maybe tomorrow I'll show you some of these pictures, and perhaps you can start doing this, right? And all of us nowadays, we have a phone with us, and our smartphones are, in fact, every year when the smartphones come out, they seem to be coming out with better and better cameras. And these days, the cameras on the smartphones rival some of the mirrorless cameras that we have. Very good. They are very good quality already, right? The new Huawei Samsung Note 20 has an amazing camera. The new iPhones have amazing cameras. So even the last generation ones have amazing cameras. So perhaps another thing that I can inspire you to do is to take more pictures. And then if you have an Instagram or Facebook, just leave a comment and let me know. I'll follow you on Instagram. You can also follow me back on Instagram. The same username. My username on Instagram is the same. You should probably be able to find me easily. So it's just instagram.com/boonqui. So thank you for joining me on another episode of The Better Man Show. And this is day number 34. I'll see you tomorrow on day number 35. Bye.